the Canadian. So we're going to look at, actually, I mean, so let's look at the dollar CAD. And just looking at our plan from last week, we actually, this is what I like about the work we do. I mean, we didn't anticipate this capitulation in the Canadian last week, but we have seen that looking here, we had a structural buy signal and a structural long on the dollar CAD at 98.41. And right now, it just, when you identify those structures and they get triggered, you go back and look in hindsight and you find out that they were actually the points when you had the structural point and a buy signal at the same time. And that adds to our confidence level when we identify those two entry points in one and the same. So looking at the dollar CAD, what's wrong with trade stations. Okay, this is our dollar CAD chart, and this is a classic turtle soup and a double triple turtle soup so far. I mean, this is as close to magnificent as it gets. So this is our 97.99, which was our buy signal from first. This is the 98.41, which is this price point on the chart, 98.41, which is right there. And as you can see, this is one turtle soup coming here, and it took a little bit longer than the next turtle soup that came in pretty much on Thursday, which is the 98. I mean, this is, I mean, this is so beautiful. I just have to spend a minute or so on it. This is our big structural point, or a big turtle soup, and we had a buy on it last week somewhere around here, and we had the follow through to the upside, so it was fantastic and it was fine. Then suddenly, whatever news came in, whatever it's the debate, whatever BS that happened, we traded back below that 97.99, and then on Thursday we had the second buy coming back above it the second time. And these are the points that we really have to keep an eye on, because this is a structural failure, a turtle soup, and then what we call a double failure. Because coming below the 97.99, after it went above it, now coming back below it, that would have triggered a major sell signal. So right here on this day, that would have triggered a major sell signal, and we should have bet the farm going short. Because right now, this is a failure trade. Now that failure trade to the downside did not result in having a failure to the downside, and now it reverses, and you can see the momentum, it came to the upside. So that should have been a major, that's what we call a double failure. And of course you can see what happened the following day, the explosion to the upside with the momentum above the 98.41, and then it goes above the 98.95, and now we have the big structure point, which is the 99.29, and we are just 5 pips below that 99.29. And what is much more impressive is the close. The close is very impressive, because the high of the week was 99.36. We closed at 99.24, which is not a distressed close, it is a normal close. So definitely that would lead us to anticipate continuation to the upside, and that is a close that would indicate continuation. Now the structure point is 99.29, our close is 99.24. So this makes our trade very easy to the long side. So our buying point is easy. We're going to buy above the 99.29, which is the structural point. That is going to be our structural long point. And of course, to stay true to form, that is going to be our stop. So let me put it here. Okay, that's going to be our long point. To go short, we really don't have this is this 98.95. So just to look at this intraday chart to try to identify a place to go short, you can see the trend is so magnificent to the upside. We really don't have any pullback that is going to come here. Is actually a buying opportunity rather than being a selling opportunity. So technically speaking, I really would not look to sell the dollar CAD unless, and I know some of you are going to be, this is my structural point. But if you see below that, you got all these levels over here, which is today the high. So technically speaking, I wouldn't short it unless it comes below here. That would actually be the short where we should take. If you want, not if you want, we should be staying actually true to form. So since this is my structural point here, then, but technically I wouldn't go okay, let's, I mean, I'm a little bit in a, this is a very solid support area. This is extremely solid. So we are going to say, just to be consistent in our entries and exit. I love to be consistent. I mean, I preach consistency. So if I have a structure point at 98.95, this means I have to go short. But we in the room, guys, we are going to keep an eye at 98.95, and we're looking to actually short it below 98.59. But just to be true to form and to be consistent, we are going to say we're going to go short below 98.95. That is our structure short point, and it is also going to be our stop. But when it gets to 98.95, I want us to be cautious. I mean, we have all these levels that are going to be stopping the market. And if you look at the daily chart here, it actually begins to speak to us. That is 98.83. So I'm going to put a line here. Even though it is not a significant point, it is not even yet a bona fide turtle soup. That 98.83 is not a bona fide turtle soup because it doesn't satisfy the criteria of time. But we're going to keep an eye on it, just as okay. So for the dollar CAD, we're going to buy it above the structure point, which is 99.29, and which is going to be our structure long point and our long stop. On the short side, we're going to go short below the structure point, which is 98.95. That's going to be our structure short point and our stop. Okay.